Hi, welcome to Trails from Hell. I'm Larry Karaszewski. Candice Bergen is Hollywood royalty. Her father was Edgar Bergen, the famed ventriloquist of stage, screen, and radio. That's something I never understand, why a ventriloquist was popular on radio. It seems to miss the entire point. She grew up thinking, the legend goes, that Charlie McCarthy, her father's dummy, was her brother, which is also really strange, but it gave a lot of material to critics when she started her acting career, comparing her wooden performances to her allegedly wooden brother. But I happen to love Candice Bergen, and this is one of her very first starring roles, a completely forgotten film from 1970 called T.R. Baskin.
Dear Mom and Dad, I've gone to Chicago to seek fame and fortune. Don't be mad. Love, T.R.
I grew up in South Bend, Indiana, and the nearest big city to me was Chicago, Illinois. So that became my mecca, my kind of town, the magic metropolis I fell in love with. I'd pray if I could only move to Chicago, my life would be complete. But I never did. What I did get was an unreasonable love for films shot in the Windy City. It's so photogenic. Movies like Cooley High, The Blues Brothers, Michael Mann's Thief, a whole trunk of John Hughes and John Cusack movies, and the film we're talking about right now, T.R. Baskin. Actually, the plot of this movie is about a girl who shared my dream. She's from a small Midwest town, and she actually makes the move. Candy Bergen plays the title role, tackling Chi-Town, sarcastically seeking fame and fortune. She's smart, she's snarky, she thinks she's above it all, but she's still somehow stuck in this humdrum life, and there's not many options. I have a feeling that this movie was trying to be a female The Graduate, and using that metric, it falls quite short. But it is a fascinating experience to see a film from this time period that is at least trying to show things from a female perspective. The problem is, it hedges its bet. The movie has a flashback structure, and the framing device is from Peter Boyle's point of view, and involves him mistaking TR as a call girl. Now, I love Peter Boyle, and I love James Caan, the other actor in the film, but they have the least interesting stuff to do here. What's good about the movie, and feels unique, is T.R. Baskin's day-to-day life. Her getting an apartment, her getting her first job, her relationship with a co-worker played by Marsha Rod, who is quite funny. Bergman is also a hoot. She's terrific here. She did this film the same year she made another one of my favorites, Carnal Knowledge. She received some criticism for coming across unemotional, but I think that's the persona she's creating. TR is extremely deadpan, and some of her dialogue is quite clever, like her remarking that Chicago is pretty from a distance, like someone with bad skin. Behind the scenes on the movie is the team of director Herbert Ross and writer-producer Peter Hyams. Ross makes this right before he does the 1-2 punch of Play It Again, Sam and The Last of Sheila. T.R. Baskin was not a success, probably because it lacks a bit of energy. It sometimes just lies there. It would have been interesting to see what a female director would have done with this material. Someone like Elaine May. Her version might have had more snap and a sense of authenticity. This is Peter Hyams' first screenplay that got made, and it put him on the Hollywood map. It's surprising for a filmmaker who became best known for working with action heroes like Sean Connery and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and testosterone movies like Busting and Capricorn 1, that his early career was defined with takes on the female experience. This movie and another film I like called Our Time. They seem to be his attempt to figure out what a woman's picture means in the early 1970s. But alas, this movie has been totally forgotten, rarely revived and never released on DVD. But fortunately, it's popped up on a few streaming services now, so if you are at all intrigued, it can be found.